Hello everybody, Neil here from the Four Corners and welcome to a Ninjago update video. And actually all the updates we have for today are from Lego.com and specifically the Begin Your Journey to Mastery section in the Ninjago area on Lego.com/kids. So we have a lot to go through today, so let's get right into the main video. First off, we have this 2D ad for Ninjago.com. We see Wajira in 2D, the Hydra-Mechs in 2D, the Ninja Subspeeder in 2D. It's cool to see all of this in this type of animation. And oh my goodness, I can't even imagine how much backlash there would have been to Seabound if Seabound hadn't released yet and this ad came out. Because then a lot of fans would have assumed that this was based off of a certain episode in Seabound where they used this format, and that's completely reasonable, but there would have been a lot of unnecessary negativity to the season, so I'm glad this came out after Seabound where everything is all clear. So looking at the Begin Your Journey to Mastery section, you click Explore, and that will bring you to 3 different temples. One temple will take you to a museum going through Ninjago's whole history, and in that museum there's actually some pretty cool statues of the ninja as well. If you click on the ninja, you get these videos. As you click on Cole, it would begin with the intro saying that Cole's virtue is something, and then zoom into the clips that say how that applies to Cole. And I actually like how this goes through the entire history of Ninjago and also all the basic virtues that Ninjago stands for. It's cool to see everything in one place. But the cooler part is obviously the newly designed statues, and a lot of them seem to have a consistent design for a new ninja suit, and who knows if we'll see that in the future. I like Jay's, kind of looks like he has a bald spot. Cole's is very consistent, very rocky. Zane's looks pretty cool. Kai's probably looks the most jaw-dropping. Lloyd's is alright. And then finally there is Nia's. And remember, all these statues, they're just there to click on and then that will play a video. Nia has reddish orange in the middle, and then her water element with her arms. That's pretty interesting to see. It's kind of paying respect to her older color scheme. And in case you're wondering, there is no Seabound stuff here yet. It only goes to the island. But that does wrap up the museum area. Again, check it out for yourself. It is pretty cool to see. In the middle, this is kind of a dojo. So when you click on each of the ninja symbols, it will take you through a comic and then a game that teaches you why the ninja's virtue is important even when they are fighting. And it's a pretty mini game. But the cool part about this is the suits that are revealed within a little cutscene. And a lot of people are saying that these ninja suits could be the suits that the ninja use in the upcoming next season after Seabound, and I think that could be very true. It looks like there's a lot of thinking that went into these designs more than just a throwaway design that they needed for Lego.com. I mean, take a look at some of them. Lloyd has a very interesting color scheme that would only come when a designer would think a lot to see how he could make Lloyd cool. Lloyd, I really love how Lloyd's using lime green. Jay's also using an amazing secondary color. He's using this kind of faded yellow. Cole's using a bunch of orange. Nia exists here, even though Nia's gone in DC for Seabound, but I'm pretty sure they just made her to complete the set to avoid any suspicion, if this is all for a future installment. Zane, I love that blue. And then finally, Kai's also pretty cool to see. Now coming into the third building, here is a game. So you click one of the gongs, and that leads you to a Ninjago Seabound game. We actually got a new game on Lego.com. They removed a lot of the fun games that they used to have, and I have no clue why they did that. And all they had was boring memory matches, and finally they're adding stuff that is fun. So you go in one of the mini subs for the ninjas, the ones we see in the sets and shows, and you can't really choose which ninja's mini sub you use. You just get it randomly selected, and you dive through the thermal green heat vents that we saw in Seabound as you collect the amulets. And the cool thing about this game is when you collect the amulets, it plays a sound. But when you collect multiple amulets, it starts to play a certain music. So each sound is part of that music, and the more amulets you get, you advance in that music. That's actually a pretty cool feature. I would completely recommend checking this one out at least once as well. Even if you are grown up and you're a little too old for these games and for the Lego.com/kids dynamic, I think at least one look through all the buildings is pretty cool to see, because it is Ninjago after all. However, that is all for this video looking through the new update on Lego.com. Comment down below which section you like the most, and do you think some of the ninja suits we saw today are hinting an upcoming season? Thank you for watching this Lego.com update video, and as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!